Hey, welcome episode. I don't even want to say the number because I know Caesar does not know the number of the show.
59.
Yeah, you just looked it up right now when you were just
No, I
looking at the show.
didn't.
You were just looking at the show notes for the first time, and now you know
I
what.
literally haven't switched over to the We Made It Gmail yet. Now
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me put this NBA thing at the end because we're going to talk about NBA. Episode 159, we made a podcast. Can you imagine 159 official episodes? I think this is like our 180th upload or something like that. Something ridiculous. 159 episode
we need
audition.
to do 200 live or something.
I mean, we've done live before. It don't matter.
No, I mean like live or on a crowd.
Oh yeah, we should do 200 naked. How about that?
Okay, man. I'm not starting off too high. You got to wait till the last 30 minutes of the show to do that when everybody's gone, not like early on.
Maybe we do it naked. We'll finally get some love out of here. Like, oh, they are black. Their whole body is black, actually.
Come on, man. What are you doing? Anyway.
Episode 159, we made a podcast. We made a podcast.com. Caesar, I was actually thinking about something. You know what? It's a blessing in disguise that we lost to Twitter because honestly, I would have been so reckless on the We Made It Twitter right now.
You know what? That's a great point.
I would have been
been going for everybody's jugular during Black History Month and all this. I mean, Black Lives Matter movement and some of this Barcelona stuff and the transfers and the coronavirus. You've literally been spewing every day. And at the same time, it would have made you stressed out at the same time, dude. It would have been double. It would have been double.
Caesar, I would have been so reckless on the We Made It Twitter coming for BN and everybody that works there. Like on my personal Twitter, like I don't have any of those people, or like I don't have any sports stuff on my personal Twitter. So like I don't see it. Like, and I don't have any of those people.
Yeah.
So I don't like I have to like go on BN's Twitter to see what's going on with them. If it was a We Made It, like I would have been firing a lot because I was really mad before. So yeah, I'm actually kind of glad. But can we get it back now? Damn.
Yeah, it's been a long time now. It's like 2 months that you just did one dumb thing and we lost the whole account. Can we get it back, please? Nice to have the Twitter back.
Yeah. But yeah, we made a podcast.com. Got a lot to talk about today. We're going to get into these recaps. We're going to talk about big question. Is Messi making Barcelona worse? And we're going to talk about Griezmann and his crybaby and his family. Going to talk about some race stuff. There's obviously still a lot of stuff going on with the Black Lives Matter movement and football. Some changes being made and some people like realizing some things around the world. Things that we may or may not have been talking about for 3 years plus. Going to talk about some transfers that have happened recently and going to talk about, I read a PSG Talk article about Cavani not going back to PSG, which we did talk about briefly. And we're gonna talk about that because you know what, like I got a rip for my boy, and hopefully we get to talk about the NBA and their planned restart. What Caesar thinks about that big NBA young C's, but you know I'm NBA young Bam. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like I should be watching EPL more, but I don't know why I can't really. Well, you know what? Actually, I know why. I can't really get into EPL because Liverpool already won.
Yeah, they're already done.
Yeah, and like I don't know why I don't really care too much about the rest of the Champions League spots. Like it's not really that serious to me.
And you don't even know what the deal is. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like I was like I like EPL more than I used to in the past. But you when you already clinch the league, I'm done. Like.
Yeah,
like, that's why. Like, I hate to be. I mean, I really don't hate to be, but to wave that La Liga flag, at least La Liga is turned up right now. I mean, it couldn't be closer at the top. So every single game you miss, you might miss out on something huge. For example, if you miss the last game, the Madrid and Barcelona, you're like, that's a big game too, deciding movement, all this stuff. So you never know.
Yeah. So basically, I've just been watching Barcelona and Real Madrid matches. That's basically what I've been watching. Much it.
And I'll catch a result for whatever the hell like Sevilla's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, oh damn.
I'll catch a highlight. Okay, I guess they beat
Bilbao beat Valencia today. Like maybe I'll watch those highlights.
Watch them people.
Yeah, it's funny because like if I don't watch the Barcelona Real Madrid match, I don't really care to watch the highlights. I'll like have to watch the game. But like these other matches, I can watch the highlights. Just whatever. I don't care as much.
Yeah.
Barcelona got lucky because I did record Celta Vigo versus Barcelona the other day, but somehow the recording stopped like in the middle in like the 17th minute or something like that. Like, I don't know what happened, but it just like something happened and just like skipped a bunch. And I was doing an Ansu Fati tracker and I was already 3 negatives in and no pluses.
You were like, this is a message down to Fati. You're lucky. You got lucky.
Yeah. Like, literally,
the trajectory was not going to be in your favor.
He got lucky. But Barcelona did draw Celta Vigo. I was also going to do a boredom tracker, so they got lucky about that too. But early on, Barcelona was playing with a lot more energy. So Luis Suarez got both goals. There was like some goal. Messi kind of sent in a free kick, and he just kind of like headered it kind of from the side. It wasn't – I mean, I wasn't too impressed. The second goal, I can't remember what happened. What's the name? Celta Vigo scored. Smolov, the Russian dude, scored, and then late in the match, Caesar, you got one cat. This is going to be one cat coming in, which was good. Caesar worried about he got one cat, and either the cat's coming in the door or not, and this dude is tripping.
Sorry, no. He been doing. Never mind. Just focus on. Just do the thing.
Okay. Anyway, Iago Aspas scored late in the match, a free kick, and the match ended 2-2. But they got lucky. Griezmann did not play that match, and deservedly so.
The Celta Vigo match.
Yes. Then, next one I watched, Espanyol versus Real Madrid. Isco started, Valverde started. Man. There was only the match ended 1-0. The goal was in the 45th minute. It was a really beautiful goal. Marcelo sent in like a long kind of, I don't want to say it was a cross, like a long pass that got to, I think Casemiro got it. Somebody got it. I can't remember. But Benzema ended up with the rock, was going, did just a nasty back heel that megged one of them Espanyol dudes, and it fell to Casemiro, put it in with his left foot. Really nice work to go. Before that, Real Madrid was playing really well. Isco was playing well. It was really like they just couldn't really get the goals in, but they were playing really well. Also wanted to say that, two things. What the heck does that? Oh, 3 things. 4 things. 5 things, actually.
Okay, man.
Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom.
We'll wait.
Rodrigo is from the East Africa Brazilian delegation, like your dad. Rodrigo looks East African.
He really does, though. He really does. Bam is, to context, Bam is convinced my father is East African Brazilian.
You are too.
And I guess that falls in line with me. But what's funny was I would love to fight him on this, but I did see that picture, and I was like, you know what? He does look like he's East African. I'm not going to lie.
You and Rodrigo from the East African Brazilian delegation. Most of the blackness from Brazil comes from West Africa. But I'm assuming a few East Africans walked on over.
His family snuck in there a little bit, you know.
They were like, "Ooh, what's going on? I heard the Portuguese are over there. Let's go check it out."
Like, this Portuguese is way better than Arabic. What's going on over here?
Yeah, well, let's go. Ah!
Oh no!
Oh, get this thing off me!
Where are they taking us?
Get this thing.
No, they're like, wait for us. We want to go too.
So yeah, Rodrigo's from the East African.
Off YouTube.
Huh?
He got canceled off YouTube.
The ref in this match was letting a lot of fouls go. That happens in a match sometimes, but like in the beginning of it, you're like, yo, and then you realize the ref just got.
Like, I guess that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, like you're letting stuff go.
Yeah, the thing is, I go, hey, and then like, so one of our teams get away with something, like the team I'm cheering for get away with it, or the other team, I'm like, I guess today we're just gonna be bucking people. All right. I
Let him
guess
go.
we're just not gonna have yellow cards today.
Once again, and I'm not saying this to like be mean, but like once again, Vinicius Jr. showed that he's better than Rodrigo. Like
No,
it's almost not even close at this point.
no. I think development wise,
I,
absolutely. I think, yeah, I think I think the most astonishing thing about Vinicius is how polished he is at such a young age. And, I was expecting him to be in the same trajectory as Rodrigo, but, he's so levels above him. And I mean, a lot of it does go and find that he did get to play a lot, last season, and when Real was doing not good for their own standards. And that's valuable time. That's valuable experience of him getting just, exposed and putting in work and getting exposed. All that is just so valuable. And you can see his progression this year with a good off season and some training. And even during the coronavirus, that break coming back in still strong form. Like, he's really good. And I like Rodrigo too, but the thing about Rodrigo that sucks is he's such a tweener in between Real Madrid, being a Real Madrid bench player right now, or being a Castilla player. So it's like, to me, you know what it is? You got to go on a loan, dog. You got to go somewhere else because he's a tweener. He's too good for the Castilla team. Like, he's way too good. He goes there and he like just puts in goals every match. Like, it's not even like you're not even getting cracking. Like, he needs to go to like one of these other teams in Spain and just like get out there and just start grinding because it's not enough for Real's lineup, unfortunately. Yet. Good player though. He's just too raw right now.
It's kind of average for me at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not really too impressed by Rodrigo these past few games I've watched him.
I think it's hard to be impressed with Rodrigo when he's just not really playing his position, which is funny. Like, that's how it is to me. Like, they're always subbing him in at the right wing. I'm like, he made it clear that's not his primary spot. So,
If you can put Vinicius over there, he'll get a cracking.
If Vinicius is like, hey man.
Once again, if he could shoot the ball outside the box, he could be a superstar.
Oh yeah, he would. He'd definitely be like the next Neymar, straight up.
Yeah. Also, there was in the 61st minute of this match, Espanyol versus Real Madrid, there was another really good right foot switch of play by Marcelo. I was impressed by that. And your boy Raul de Thomas did plays is on Espanyol. I forgot about that.
Can you say that name again? Your boy Thomas de Plays?
Raul de Thomas de Plays. Like, you got your boy from what's it called? From Xbox.
Raul Thomas de Plays, DS Mall, whatever.
Raul de Thomas, he's a good player. I said in the match, if he had a good team around him, like a good midfield, he could be like he's good. Like, Raul de Thomas is out there doing his thing, like flashes. I'm like, wow, like he kind of looks like there's some flashes. He looks like Ronaldo, kind of.
Yeah.
Really good player. I don't know why languishing on Espanyol, dude. Like, they're about to get relegated. Like, I don't know, like, what it is that he's not at a better team. Maybe he just has a bad attitude, but like,
I mean, sometimes these players, the best thing for them is when they get on a team that gets relegated, because they sometimes have these contracts where they're allowed instant to leave the club
if they get relegated.
Yeah, like Balotelli had for Brescia, stuff like that. So like he might have that, and then hopefully he gets to go to a different team like that's at least like mid to top tier in Spain to like really get to show us something. Like like these teams like Valencia or something like that. That'd be cool to see a player like that over there.
Yeah, because I'm just like, damn, dude. Like, I'm sure somebody's seen his level of talent, because I remember he was on. Damn, what team was he on where he was doing really well? I can't remember. But yeah, he's good. I just wonder if he has a bad attitude or something, because I'm sure they've seen him like, oh wow,
like scouted him.
He was on a team that he scored a good amount of goals. It might have been Rayo Vallecano actually. He was putting some goals in, but then he's like I think he went to Benfica for a second. Then he went to Espanyol now, and it's like, yeah, he might just have a bad attitude. I mean, I would say like what I would call him to you personally.
Hey, I know
I'm not going to do that.
We did enough this episode.
Yeah, but anyway, Real Madrid beat Espanyol 1-0. I was actually predicting a 0-0, but I was wrong. Okay, so let's get into this match. I don't even want to say it was just a bad result for Barcelona necessarily, but it was 2 draws in a row at least, or is it 3 actually? what's Barcelona's form right now? 2 or 3 draws in a row. I want to say 2. And they're in panic mode. I was actually reading some article where I think it was Sid Lowe at The Guardian was acting like it's over for them. I'm like, I wouldn't go that far. But Barcelona played Atleti. Off top, and I was excited to watch this match. Off top, your boy Llorente literally playing forward. Like, this dude is a forward for Atletico Madrid.
I mean, he's really filthy though on the low.
And the thing about it, like I was watching the match, the thing that's kind of cool about it is because he's playing up top, like he's up there with Diego Costa. Oh, there was something else in here. I really hope that you're shocked by this. I'm gonna be mad if you're not shocked by this. I'm gonna be mad if you knew this and I didn't. But, yeah, Llorente's up there playing forward with Diego Costa. The thing I like about it is because he's still a midfielder at heart, he's not a ball hog in the least. Like he doesn't feel like
kind of like 9-ish.
Yeah, like he doesn't feel like he needs to score goals necessarily.
Yeah.
So like it's easier. I feel like it's easier for him to get like more involved and not be like, oh, I'm trying to like finish.
Yeah.
It was like interesting. I wonder if somebody else watched the match and like kind of could feel that, but I don't know. That little dude Puig started for Barcelona. I don't know if you've seen him.
Yeah, the little tiny dude with the yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Like number 28 or something like that.
The piggy, yeah.
Yeah. Hey. And what's his name? Arturo Vidal started kind of up top instead of Griezmann. Griezmann was on the bench again. And we will get more into that. I really
riding the pine. 120 million chilling.
In the 9th minute, I put that Atleti was on Barcelona's ass, but in the 11th minute, own goal by Diego Costa.
The legend. Diego.
See, me?
Don't need you there. All right, never mind.
So, yeah, there was a corner and the ball kind of like bounced up and hit up off like the inside of his leg and went in. Mm-hmm. It was kind of weird. I think he just kind of lost the ball a little bit. Right after that 15th minute, penalty called on Arturo Vidal. He fouled Carrasco. Carrasco had an amazing run. During the run, he thugged PK out so hard. I mean, Carrasco looked so strong on PK. Like, they're like kind of like side by side, and like Carrasco's just like going, and PK just like falls down.
Yeah, there's some like brittle old man next to him.
Oh my God! And then he got up there, and Vidal kind of just like. I mean, some people will. I'm sure there were people arguing that it wasn't a penalty, but he definitely clipped the back of his leg, and then his leg hit.
I thought so too.
Yeah, it's a penalty, but I also felt that Vidal should have got a yellow card for that.
I agree.
Like, not that it was the worst foul ever, but like.
There's no real ball attempt on it, so it's
exactly. Like you're fouling somebody.
Ball attempt. It seemed like you were kind of reaching for body more than ball. So in that case, that goes aside with. It's not like you made like. Let's say if he went hardcore on the ball and then the body came as a result of it and got wrecked, I'm not going to give you a card. I don't think, but like maybe if it's egregious, they'll give you that spot and they'll give you a penalty, or whatever. But if you hit like a body part before a ball, like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, I'm sorry, man. That's kind of a card, at least something.
Yeah, I thought it should have been a penalty. I'm sorry. I thought it should have been a yellow card on him, but whatever, it wasn't. Diego Costa steps up 16th minute to take the penalty. It is saved, but Ter Stegen was off the line. It went to VAR. They called Ter Stegen off the line, and it was a yellow card on Ter Stegen. I did not know they were giving out yellow cards for goalies not being on the line. I think
that's me too. I was like, damn, I'm with it though.
I thought that was a bit harsh, like, but that might be the rule. But I don't think that they should be doing that. Maybe if they do it twice in a row.
But the thing is, this is the thing though. How do you establish a precedence if, like, I mean, I'm saying even if they could Courtois yellow, the thing is now, like, you gotta do it because think about this, Bam. If they did it twice, how many times are we resetting for this penalty at this point? You shoot the penalty once, right? You shoot the penalty once. He does it. You don't give him a card. He does it again. Then you give him a yellow card. Yes. So the third penalty attempt, so we already wasted like 9 minutes of setting up here on this match so we can give this dude a yellow? Nah, bruh. Stay on the line. Goalies are annoying.
Okay, anyway.
It's cheating. Cheaters.
Give
him a right if you have to.
Who?
Give him a red, damn it.
Stupid. After after the ref called for the penalty to be taken again, the whole Barcelona team went nuts. Gerard Piqué got a yellow card in that whole melee. But I was still like, well, damn, how did Vidal not get a yellow card for that? Anyway, 19th minute, your boy Saul Niguez steps up to take the penalty. Caesar. I'm so shocked. I had no idea he was left-footed.
Who?
Saul Niguez, yeah.
You didn't know he's left-footed?
See, Dario, you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm real. You know why I know? Because I'm on FIFA. He was left-footed on FIFA.
Oh, that's annoying.
I've known it for a long time.
That's annoying.
But he's so damn two-footed, though. He's so damn two-footed.
I feel like I've never seen him shoot the ball with his left foot. I've seen him make right-footed bullets.
Yeah, like that. The guy that only further reinforced to you how good of a midfielder he is. Like literally one of the best on the planet.
I was so mad. I was like, "What the hell is he doing, man?"
Serious game. Get into it.
I'm like, "Is he thugging out Ter Stegen? Like, watch this."
He's like, I know Ter Stegen's weak against left footers. Let me show him what's good.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
It'd be better if that was the reason.
I was like, what in the world? But anyway,
he's a left footer that doesn't like angle.
He doesn't have that
to only being restricted to that part.
Yeah, not at all. Like I've never watched him play and get the left-footed.
It doesn't seem like his hips close off so much of the field.
Yeah, so that's a credit to him. In the 30th minute, so at this point it's 1-1. In the 30th minute, I'm watching Barcelona, and I'm just like, dude, like I just hate their shape so much. Like, it's just so bad. Like the shape of it, man. Like you're kind of like crowded to the left a bit, and then you just got Semedo like way to the right by himself, and like the way they play is just so like not fluid, and your boy Puig is just like running around everywhere. Like he's running, and it's so useless because
useless movement.
Because and damn, I feel like should we get into this now? No, I'm gonna wait till after the match. Actually, screw it. Let's talk about it now. So I'm watching Puig, and Puig is like this dude's like 14. He's got energy for days. Like he's just running around, dude. And it doesn't matter because the play can't really – a lot of times the play can't go until Messi gets the ball. And Messi's dropping back all the way to where Busquets is. Busquets is giving Messi like a 4-yard pass. And then Messi's like kind of bringing it up, and then they're seeing what's happening. Now, sometimes they got some stuff cracking off of that. And sometimes, but most of the times they didn't, obviously, because Caesar's reading text and giggling and stuff like that. And now he's trying to bite his lip so he don't smile. Good attempt there. Now the actor sees is keeping a stone face, but he failed. See, you see that if you're watching on YouTube. But obviously it failed because they didn't win, and this is Barcelona, and they haven't won the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And this match, they did not get a goal from the run of play. You know what I'm saying? Messi, like I remember when Zlatan is like, especially his last season at PSG, like Zlatan, I would say it all the time, like he just messes the shape up. Like he's messing up the shape of the team. Like he's dropping back and he's like looking for a pass so that person can end up passing it back to him. Kind of thing. Messi's not doing that because he's more of a facilitator, but I just feel like he's messing up the shape, and he's like tactically, like they're like relying on him. I'm not saying that they're relying on Messi too much because that's always the narrative. I'm just saying, like, is he making the team worse because they can't really play fluid football when the shape is so messed up because he's dropping all the way back? And I feel like that could work if you had a center forward that could run, and Luis Suarez is certifiably washed at this point. Arturo Vidal runs around and stuff like that for him. And then you had who else up there? Oh, well, then you had like Puig running around. And like Rakitic. But it's like –
So about Fati, does he run around?
Ansu Fati does, yeah, but like it's not enough though. Like and then it's like you just got Messi messing the shape up so much for me. And like
Um,
having to be on the ball so much. So I don't know. Like I'm not ready to say this definitively, but I just feel like he's making Barcelona might be better without him. Like I almost want to see Barcelona play a match without Messi. But the problem is, like, the only other person you're really going to put in there is Griezmann, and that's just not ever going to work. Having Griezmann and Luis Suarez start is just a bad idea.
Yeah,
um,
I don't want to cap and say I'm watching the Barcelona games to really give you an assessment this season if he's good, if they're better with him or without him, or the shape is what's really messing him up when he's there. But I believe you. I feel like you somewhat know what you're looking at. The thing with me is the counter argument is like, okay, yeah, like if you don't start Messi, what are you going to put in the game? Especially when they have a lot of injuries, like someone like Ousmane Dembele. Like I would like to see him and see what he would do if Messi wasn't on the field and he was just out there. Like that's the kind of player I want to see. But if he's not a viable option, all you got is Griezmann. Then to be honest, this is the best you can do right now. This is the best. Like sorry, like this is the best Barcelona you're getting right now every week on the field.
yeah, but and that's the thing too. Like if they had Dembele, then I'd be more down to see them without Messi. But
Yeah,
without
me
him,
too.
like
It reminded me of kind of like the Di Maria thing in Argentina, like getting that free
yeah,
with Messi gone. Like here's Di Maria being like really just a super impact on the field at that right wing position.
like scoring hat tricks if I'm
Yeah,
remembering
like balling
correctly.
out, running everywhere.
Yeah, like having some freedom. Yeah, and I just feel like that's another thing too. Like it was weird to see like Puig running around so much, but it just like didn't matter because it's like, yeah, you can do all that, but it don't mean you're gonna get the ball, and like the ball's never gonna go through you. Like it's not like Busquets gonna give you the ball and you can play off of like Vidal and Suarez and like Messi just be out of it. Like there's very few times where that's gonna happen. And I don't know if you heard that firecracker, that was pretty loud.
No.
But but like when Messi's on the ball, like obviously magic can happen and things can go, but Barcelona just looks so bad because, and there's just too many factors at this point. Busquets is slow. Rakitic is playing with some energy, but like he can't really cover that much ground.
Yeah.
Um, Luis Suarez is just washed.
What about that Nigel De Jong guy?
Oh, De Jong, I haven't seen him in a while. Frankie De Jong, maybe he's injured actually because
Probably.
he's good, but like even with him there, it's just he's a good player and he can do a lot on the ball, but like it's just like this. I feel like there's this pressure to give the ball to Messi.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when he's dropping all the way back to Busquets, like he's not even you're not even giving a chance for Busquets to like pick out a pass. I just feel like tactically that can't work, dude. Like, and I would not blame Kike Setien. Like, I don't think he's the issue at all. I honestly think it's Messi. Like,
Yeah.
he cannot tell Messi what to do. And that's what Griezmann's dad, who I think was saying, what's his name? Simeone was having a problem with Griezmann not playing until the stoppage time of this match. He came on in the 90th minute. Like Griezmann's dad said, because they were asking Kike Setien about not playing Griezmann, and Kike Setien said like, I'm not going to apologize for not putting him in. Like that's just like, I mean, he should have just been like, have you guys been watching him? He's garbage. But Griezmann's father said, in order to apologize, first you need the keys of the lorry, and that is not the case because he's simply a passenger.
Oh, he said Laurie. That's funny.
Yeah. So I think he's saying like Kike Setien has no power. It's really Messi who has all the power. And I feel like they're kind of hinting at a rift between Messi and Griezmann. I don't know if that's the case. And they don't play like they have issues. Like when I've seen Zlatan Cavani back in the day, like it seemed like they had issues. It's just really that Griezmann doesn't provide anything really offensively for the team. And he makes bad runs and he's slow and he can't dribble.
Wow.
Anyway,
But
back
I'm
to
sure some of it is like it's not like he's a completely talentless player.
no, he's just not. That's just what he's doing is doesn't suit him at all.
It doesn't suit him, and what they do isn't suitable for a player like him either. Like
No.
it's a bad matchup all around. Like that couldn't be a worse like setup for him in style, and then he couldn't contribute. And then they're asking him to do things that he doesn't do. That's like not his best. They're asking him to do things that aren't like what we look at as his skill set. You know, like oh, this is what he does. Like you know,
No, he's not a winger or a center forward. Like that's not his
he's a
position.
tweener.
Yeah, and he cannot really play on the field with Messi. Like he
No.
just can't.
No.
There, if
The
you think
only role I like to see Griezmann on Barcelona was if they were going to do a situation where, okay, you know what? The ideal Griezmann situation, if they had a healthy Luis Suarez, if they had that healthy Luis Suarez, and remember when they were running that 4-4-2 before, and if Messi got to float around back there, and then Suarez was making those ridiculous, endless runs, and Griezmann got to float around that, like just sit there and connect, and then it's great. But they're not. They got him at left wing and then right wing and then back here and center defensive mid. I'm like, dog, like it's just not gonna work.
yeah, and honestly, like when I think about where Griezmann should be on the pitch, like when I think about ideally when Barcelona's getting forward and where Griezmann should be, it's like it's where Messi is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's for real, for real. And for the life of me, what I don't understand with player management and the technical director and the staff in Barcelona, what I don't understand from you for the last 5 years, since you had the breakup of the MSNBC, whatever they're called, or no, whatever called them, BBC, whatever, no, MSN, yeah. When you broke that up, you had many opportunities to get players to fit in roles to best suit what you had before. And what you did is you literally you spent the most money now all those last 2 years on 2 left-footed players. Who? Like to be on the right side. So where's Messi? On the right side. Why did you not ever put money towards somebody on the left side of the field? Why did you not throw 145 million at Raheem Sterling? Why did you not throw 50 million at Lacazette? Like I don't understand. There's so many opportunities that you could have made a difference and you didn't. So what Barcelona is having right now, either it's the management's fault or it's Messi's fault. Because if Messi is this dude that has so much influence and power, he might be the reason why to bag these dudes in here that might be his buddies, or he's saying like, nah, I play with Ousmane Dembele on Pro Evolution. I like him, bring him in. Like he might be doing that. And somebody got to be at blame here. And then for me, what I see when I see Barcelona like this, I just see like one of those resets happening soon, because you can only keep doing this for so long. And eventually you got to blow up the team a little bit, move some people around. You got to move some people out, restart again. Because the way it's going right now, you're not a team that's built for second. You're not a team that's built for no trophies either, or Copa del Rey wins. Like you got to really get back to Champions League contention and finals. You know, like it's got to come back now.
Yeah, and I think that anybody watching Barcelona right now, like you don't think – I mean, they could end up winning the league. Like that could happen. If
yeah, it
Real
could.
Madrid,
We could eat all. We could be right this. All of a sudden, just go on a street right now. We never know.
yeah, and then Real Madrid slips up, and then Barcelona could win it.
It's
But
that
like,
tight right now.
yeah, and who knows what could happen in Champions League? But when you're looking at how they're playing on the pitch, it's boring. There's no like sense of real tactics. You got slow old players out there. And if you're gonna, in the eternal comparison between Barcelona and Real Madrid, you can't even like Real Madrid looks miles and miles ahead of Barcelona when it comes to play style and energy and just like everything.
Yeah, cohesion, all that.
Yeah, you can't even compare the two.
I feel like when I watch Barcelona, it's like they're plugging people into positions. Like, hey, go out there and do this. When we watch Real, it's like a whole machine going. Like,
it all links up.
Yeah, and even when you have like a guy like Fede Valverde coming in or whatever, like they're just a great addition or a good change up. They're never like they're not sacrificing for him. Like he's just bringing a new element, and that's like so dangerous with a good team.
Yeah, and also I feel like the training wise, I feel like there's something that Real Madrid has, and I want to credit Zidane for this. Obviously, there's a lot of other coaches and people that are involved with like the training of the players in practice, but
strength and conditioning.
I'm sorry.
Strength and conditioning and all that. You mean?
Well, not necessarily that, but like just the skills wise, because just watching Ferland Mendy, like when he first came in, he seemed a little bit unpolished. And the thing that I've just seen him improve so much on is his control of long passes. Like it's effortless for him in the same way that it's effortless for Danny Carvajal and
Mm-hmm.
Isco and Benzema. Like all the Real Madrid players control long passes easily. All of them can switch the play from left to right or right to left easily. They all have that in their repertoire. And and then they have good players. And Barcelona has good players too, but it just doesn't look like that when they play. Like it just does not look like that. And I feel like the main reason is Messi in this 4-3-3 setup comes back and fills in a space and then just messes the rest of it up. Like,
Yeah.
um, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to get back to the match before we finish it. Finish recaps. In the 40th minute, in the 30th minute, I said I hate Barcelona's shape, and then like my mind went to like, what's up with Messi? In the 40th minute, I put that there should have been a second yellow for Arturo Vidal. He bucked your boy Lodi, aka Loki from Brazil. Like right after that, I'm like looking at the match, and I'm looking at Luis Suarez. He's like basically limping, dude. Like he walks like he's injured. I'm like, what's going on, man? Take him
I'm in
out.
the shot.
I'm like, this dude's literally walking like he's hurt. Like, come on, dude. He played the whole match too. Anyway, in the 48th minute, there was a penalty called. It went to VAR. I put that penalty was weaker than any of the Real Madrid calls that they were saying there's bad recently. 50th minute, Messi scores a penalty. It was a nice Panenka. So happy that I put a star next to this. Okay, this is another thing that happened in the match that I was just so annoyed with, and it just furthers another rule for me that I've been saying in the past that they should implement. So, the ball's going back to Ter Stegen. Okay, it's not a back pass. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it's a pass where if he was in the box, he could pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he comes out of his box to control it with his foot. He kind of hits it, and the ball like ends up kind of like going behind him, and there's some pressure from when athletic players come in behind him.
Yeah.
So he turns around. This is after the ball's touched his foot outside of the box. He turns around inside the box, grabs it, like falls on it. I'm so mad about that. Like, that's ridiculous. That's literally cheating, dude. Like, and honestly, I don't even know like that rule, but I was expecting him to just kick the ball out, and this dude just fell on it. I'm like, no, man. That is ridiculous. I'm so mad about that. This fool misses the ball with his foot, running. Oh, it's in the box. I can grab it now. Like, no. I'm already mad that if you head the ball back to the goalie in the box, he can touch it with his foot and then pick it up. I'm already mad about that.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, like I hate that. Like if you touch the ball with your foot, I feel like you should not be able to pick it up.
Which I agree with you too.
But if you touch it with your foot outside the box and then you bring it in the box and pick it up, that's ridiculous.
That's beyond cheating. That's next level.
That's ridiculous.
That's already more annoying than like playing 5v5 and there's no corner kicks. Like that's already annoying. So like you're just like kicking the ball out of bounds instead of just clearing it just so you can get the own goal kick. You're a cheater. But so I get it. No, that's really weak.
So you're telling me if the goalie, if it went off of the other team's foot, like 10 yards behind the halfway line, the goalie can just dribble the ball backwards, and then when it's in the box, pick it up.
I'm gonna run up the field. People run back and pick the ball up and kick it.
It's ridiculous. I was so mad about that.
That's pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally was rewinding.
They're kind of garbage at enforcing goalie rules. Too. Goalies you just be living life back there.
Well, I think that that's fair. I think that that's part of the rules that he can do that, but it's really a bad rule. Like,
I agree.
I don't even, yeah, like I feel like if the goalie touched the ball with his foot, he shouldn't be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, just pick it up. But like, not if you're touching it outside the box. That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm gonna find a petition to goddamn, like, I'm gonna record that video of that, and then send it to all the damn people and be like, this should not be legal. We're talking about professionals, man.
Yeah.
And Ter Stegen with his feet is nasty. He's pretty good with his foot.
A lot of these goals are pretty good to feet.
Yeah.
A lot of these goalies now.
So it was just a mistake. But I'm like, you shouldn't be able to pick it up. Like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was in the 52nd minute. 60th minute, I put Suarez is so slow, it's ridiculous. 61st minute, your boy Messi got a yellow card. He got called for a foul and just kicked the ball, and he got a yellow card. I'm like, look how frustrated this dude is.
Yeah, the little boy haircut.
Oh, yeah. 61st minute, your boy Carrasco got another penalty called on him, this one by Semedo. Actually, I think I'm messing up. The first penalty that was called on him, I don't think it was.
Vidal fouled him.
Yeah, but I think I was describing it differently because I think this is the one where
you did. You mixed it up. The clip one where he got clipped, but people don't think
was Semedo.
The Semedo one. The Vidal one was obviously a penalty because like his foot was actually in there.
Okay, I can't remember.
For the Carrasco one, he's running and there's more of a gap. Like Semedo clips him and then he takes like another stride and then his own foot hits his other foot and he falls. That's the Semedo one, which looks dicey. You have to watch it like 4 times to see it.
Yeah, no, when they showed it on the replay, I was like, yeah, that's a penalty. Like, that's happened to me a million times. Somebody hits your foot and then hits your back.
Yeah, because it'll change the trajectory of your foot.
Yeah. I can't really remember the Vidal one, though.
The Vidal one, it's like Vidal's running by and, like, sticks his foot in Semedo, like, while he's dribbling and like, kicks
Carrasco?
his ankle.
Okay, yeah.
Carrasco, sorry, he kicks his foot into Carrasco, and Carrasco falls on the penalty box.
Okay, I don't remember. For whatever reason, I don't remember. But anyways, your boy Saul, you guys gets another left-footed penalty. What's his name? Ter Stegen actually got a hand on it, but it didn't work. 75th minute.
Yeah, but that one was like, that was just all power. Like, Ter Stegen did nothing on that. I was like, damn, dog. I think you really want to show you he was left-footed right there.
Yeah. 75th minute, I put again that Barcelona is so boring. Your boy Griezmann came in the 90th minute, and I got 2 negative plays, 1 good play. That one good play was after a negative play where he lost the ball, but he ran and tackled it and got it back. So like the good play was a defensive play, whack.
Nice Griezmann.
And
imagine coming on 90th and all those guys you played with are looking at you like
Llorente, literally Marcus Llorente's in your spot.
Llorente's like, like you literally could have still had this spot here. You would have been linking up with Joao Felix. That'd been kind of cool to watch. But here you are. Here we are. We're out here giving Diego Costa mad burn because you're gone.
Yeah, Morata came on the 77th minute.
Huh?
Morata came on 77th minute.
God, dude.
So yeah, the game ended 2-2. At the end of the match, I put Suarez useless. I don't know what's up with Barcelona. I don't know. I it's weird. I think I said before, like it's like a toxic thing, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, I mean, we say this. I say this. I feel like I say this every season, but maybe they just really need to move on from Messi. Like maybe like they just got to do it. It'll be bad for them though, and maybe without Messi, they're just like a middle table team. I don't know.
I think that they should only move on to Messi if they have something that they are guaranteed to get that's going to be a changer.
Yeah, they got to get like Mbappe maybe.
Yeah, you have to get a star player. Else I think they're just going to run into so much debt. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, and I don't know who the player. I mean, nobody can actually replace Messi, but like
I don't know. Get somebody that's super just either.
You got to get more than one.
Yeah, if you're not going to get one star like Mbappe, and like then you got to get a bunch of people to like create a super team.
You got to get like De Bruyne and Sterling.
Yeah. You got to. Yeah. You got to get. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
If you get De Bruyne and Sterling, people can be like, okay, shit, all right.
Yeah, you got to get like Mohamed Salah and Kevin De Bruyne. Like,
yeah, you got to go get Sadio Mane and you got to go get Mohamed Salah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're getting both these guys.
Yeah. We're just gonna take the whole Liverpool line. You know, Virgil too. Get over here.
Yeah, and for me,
imagine if they had Virgil, Van Dijk, and Umtiti in the back line. Lord Jesus.
I hate to say it like this, but Umtiti's so bad now. He got to leave Barcelona too.
He's definitely done for.
Yeah,
he's definitely couldn't be more over that team. I couldn't like ever.
And it's just weird. That's why I'm saying like I watch Semedo play now, and it's just like, damn, I remember he used to be so good.
I literally think these guys are over it. Like I think literally being Barcelona is like draining. Like it's draining for them, like emotionally. Like
I feel like, I mean, this is conspiracy, but like,
we're
there's a
definitely
part-
conspiracy theorying right now, hard right now.
there's a part of me that feels like there's so much pressure to not outshine Messi. That's honestly what I feel. Like, I remember Semedo, his first season in Barcelona, he was ridiculous.
He was.
I was literally like, man, he's up there with Danny Carvajal and like some of these other guys.
Yeah.
And now he's regular.
I used to confuse him on the field, Dembele, because I'm like, I don't know who's out here running up the field. I can't tell. They're both zooming. They both came out the gates on fuego. Okay, yeah, that too. But they both came out the gates in fuego. So I was like, dog, like when they do these switches, I'm like, I don't know who's coming up the field right now on this far camera.
Yeah, like, and now he's just like so regular and boring. I feel like he doesn't want to do anything.
He's like holding himself back.
Yeah, that's just what it feels like.
Either they're holding themselves back or they're like saving their bodies or something. Like, I'm not doing this here.
Yeah. Umtiti also, like, he was so good, and like he got injured a couple of times, and like I know there were some issues with his contract. I feel like I remember hearing that, but like now it's just like he's just regular, and like even Dembele, like I mean,
Dembele's been hurt a lot.
He's been hurt a lot, and when he's not been hurt, he's been a certified ball loser.
Yeah,
but
he'll show some things you'd be like, oh Lord.
But he was still out there doing his thing, but it's just like.
Certified ball loser.
Yeah, I mean, damn. I feel like the last time I saw him play, I'm like, oh my God, dude. What are you doing, man? You just, but it was like almost like just like a new, like a pony. Like, okay, you're going to lose the ball 15 times, but like, you're going to make up for it. Now, I'm a hard ass. Like, I'd be like, look, you scored them goals, but like, you can't be losing the ball that much. I'm going to kill you. Like, like, I don't care if you score 5 goals. If you lose the ball that many times, I'm gonna bench you.
That was like 2 years ago, Benzema. Like, what do you do? Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Why is it every time you bring it down the left, you gotta dig in super deep, and before you cut, you lose the ball? Why? Why do you have to do that? Why? And now he does it. He's like, making, all right, cool, man, keep doing it.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of Barcelona toxicity, and I feel like some point there's going to be some stuff that comes out eventually. Like by the time we give up on this, or by the time we like got a deal somewhere, and I'll be like, oh man, pull up that one episode. I know we talked about this one day, but we won't remember.
Straight up.
Anyway, I think there's some game. I think Real Madrid's playing tomorrow. I can't remember who they're playing though. But there was some game that I kind of wanted to watch, and then there'll be some few games.
Yeah,
we'll recap next time. Anyway, there's so much coming out recently about racism in the sports. I guess this company, this research firm named Run Repeat, did a study to see how, like, to figure out the racial bias in football commentary. Like the commentators, like while they're commentating on the match, which is really cool. I guess they did it over 2,000 statements from commentary on 80 games across Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, and Liga were analyzed. So Run Repeat ratio adjusted its numbers to account for the fact that there were 1,361 comments about lighter-skinned players and 713 about darker-skinned players, and found the former group, the lighter-skinned players, were more widely praised for intelligence, hard work, and quality. And commentators are also 6.59 times more likely to talk about the power of a player if he has darker skin, and 3.8 times more likely to talk about his pace. Wow. The study also found that 63.3% of the criticism from commentators in regards to the intelligence of a player is aimed at those with darker skin, while the figure for quality is 67%. It's a good article. I mean, anybody can find it in the The Guardian is where I saw it. I'm not going to go through like all the numbers, reading a lot of numbers, but it's definitely something we've talked about when it comes to football commentating. What was that last one? Was it a Balotelli goal that I remember that we were both like, we heard the Kaylin Kyle woman on BN's, or was it her? Yeah, I think it was her. And she was saying something about, oh, it's power. And we were both like, there was literally no power involved in that. It was like
yeah. No.
I don't remember I don't remember when that was, but I think it was her, but we've definitely talked about that a bunch of times since like early, and probably was one of the reasons why we started the podcast, like when we were criticizing football media, like they literally just always want to talk about a player like Sadio Mane, like, oh, he's so fast, he's so strong. And it's like, okay, dude.
Fast and strong. Yeah, it's really funny to me because, I think I'm starting to remember the Balotelli one.
Yeah, right?
It was like, I think I remember I said like, that was just the most finesse setup ever. It was like the most dribble finesse movement ever. Where on earth did power come from there? Like, if he was making a run and he just threw somebody to the ground next to him, like, goddamn, Jesus Christ, all right, and then just bulleted the ball in. For example, like the Balotelli Germany goal, that's power. Like, he turned around, bucked off whoever the defender was, and shot that ball at Nor at 300 miles an hour. Took your shirt off and flexed because he knew he did power on that one too. It was just all power on that one.
Mm-hmm.
On the play specific you're talking about, I remember it being a finesse move to set up what happened. I'm like, that's not power there. There was no. It's honestly like she should have did is give him props for being so light on his feet for a player of such big size and stature. Like he was so able to be so finesse and able to move with so much agility. That's what you got to be saying. Like, but it happens all the time, and it's across all sports where, there's some player with darker skin. And he has so much more power, and sometimes they'll say some whack shit like he runs with such aggression or whatever. I'm like, dog, like, what are you talking about aggression? You don't know this dude's life. Like, what are you talking about running aggression for? Like, just because you see someone darker running faster than the other guy, like he's running with aggression. Like, what are you talking about? So it's not in the least bit surprising. To be honest, I thought the numbers even be more staggering. To be honest with you,
I mean, they probably are worse.
They probably are worse, honestly. And there's probably stuff those researchers didn't catch either. Like, you never know.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that goal. I'll find it eventually.
It was when he was playing for Nice, right?
No, it was for Russia this season.
Russia, yeah, it was Russia. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about,
Yeah, and I remember what's his name. Matteo Benetti used to do that all the time when he was still at BN. And I mean, I don't want to call it an internal bias, but I guess that's what it is. Like,
you think it's internal bias?
You just see a black player, and you go automatically. Yeah, it is internal bias actually, because you automatically go to like, oh, this is the best example. I feel like this was I think this was when PSG was playing Man U in the Champions League, and I want to say that was last season. I remember one of them commentators saying like, "Oh, Mbappe has he's like naturally fast."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Yo, bro, bro, we're talking about professionals.
Yeah.
Your natural speed don't get you to this level. Like, you got to train." He's 19, 20. If he wasn't training these past 4 years, he wouldn't be fast anymore. Like, it'll go. And these other guys who are like 27, 28, 30, 32, 31, 32, they're like training speed will be more lethal than his speed. If he didn't, like, no, there's no natural. Like, it's natural speed when you're like 5 years old, when you're like 7, 8, like when you're playing against.
And then there's a process of building on it.
Yeah, but when we're talking about professionals here. Like, no, dude, like it's like when I was a kid, I was faster than all other kids at a certain point. But like then once you get to like high school, when I'm starting running track, it's like, oh, these guys been training. So like now I'm not just fast anymore. Like I gotta train too. and you're talking about somebody playing professional. Like, I'm not going to call you racist, buddy, but you got some internal bias. Like, I've literally feel like I've never heard, other than like Gareth Bale, and maybe that's because how he looks. Maybe. Maybe. I feel
It
like
could
that's
be at
one.
this point, honestly. I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've hardly ever heard them talk about a white player being fast and or even like
Yeah, Daniel James.
okay, yeah, maybe it's because he's Welsh. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like oh they don't
The
they
Welsh guys were brought up, by the way.
maybe the joke in the UK is that Welsh people are dumb. I don't know that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think the better point to that one, it's not even about like I haven't really heard them say white people fast. I always think, to me it's like the biggest one for me is like remembering the 2010 World Cup in South Africa.
Hmm.
The one about that one, I remember like one of the most like wild things for me was just getting to watch some of these African teams play, especially like Ghana, and then watching South Africa play.
Hmm.
Like when they would talk about Ghana, South Africa, I literally remember this. They were just all talking about how much raw talent these guys have and how much athleticism they have and all this. And I remember one of the biggest focal points of Ghana wasn't, I mean, yes, Prince Boateng was really good. Yes, they had really good talent on that team. But they had this, for life, I can't remember, it might have been Diarra or something, a center defensive mid who was their captain. And he had one quality to him that was above everything else. He hustled and he was intelligent. Like,
Hmm.
but just the fact that he was in shape, they just kept talking about how powerful he was, and it was so annoying to me. I'm like, dog, like he's putting himself in excellent positions to steal the ball. Like he was about to be one of the first African teams to win a playoff match. Like they were that close and they got played. So it wasn't even about they got played. It wasn't even about like his like power just because he was like in shape. Like it was about like his intelligence, like how good he was at being at the right. Like every time a goalie would kick off, he'd be on that side of the field already. Like he was moving and getting everywhere. I'm like, they don't talk about that. Even when it comes to players like Conte, you don't hear those kind of comments. When they talk about Conte, they talk about like his stamina. Or like,
Yeah.
oh man, he just can run all day. They don't talk about his intelligence as a defender. They don't talk about the French team. We didn't hear much talk about how that midfield of all black players, which is Pogba, just Blaise Matuidi, and Conte was in the midfield. Where was the discussion about these guys being like that? All we heard is about just these guys are just so fast and talented and athletic. Like it's happened for years, and at some point, the stuff we probably missed and passed up on because it's just become so second nature to hear it now. Like it's not even about hearing it; it's what you don't hear. Like there's things you don't hear. There's compliments you don't hear about players of different backgrounds and races and skin, and it's a shame. Like it's something needs to change, and it's only going to change though. It's only going to change once you start having more diversity within commentating positions. When you have people and when they are diverse, that because there can be minorities as well too, or people of different backgrounds that are racist as well too, to be honest. But when there's just more inclusion on that, absolutely not. Only to certain. So like, I think there needs to be starting off with it. You need to have more diversity in commentating, and to be like, I know we've talked about this guy many times and we've had our issues with him. But I mean, one of the first things I ever thought that I reacted really cool is when I watched the BN broadcast and I saw George. And I was watching, he was pronouncing the names. I thought that was intriguing. I was like, I never really heard or seen like this on TV before. It's always some Martin Tyler dude, saying these English names great and these other names wild as hell. So it just felt good to kind of see that for a little bit, and of course. But yeah, like that's what needs to start off. We start off with that. I think we'll just start to see some change in general.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw that goal, by the way, by Balotelli. It was definitely no power involved. He just like spun off of a dude, like, and just kicked it.
Well,
with
which one is it?
Well, I don't even know what team it was. It looked like Napoli, but I just ended up on a best of Brescia.
This dude on the phone heavy, but when I do something, it's a problem.
Well, that's because I also listen to you when you do it, but you don't do that for me. So, you want me to send it to you?
I think I see what you're talking about.
Best of Brescia. Let me show you.
1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Hold on. It's like in the 6th minute.
Okay. Let's do what?
Yeah.
6 minutes of videos.
Yeah, 6
We'll
minutes.
talk.
Best of Brescia is Balotelli, Torgrosa, and Tonali. Like literally, there's no. I mean, it's a powerful shot, but like, what are you supposed to shoot it soft? Like, who shoots soft shots? Only Vinicius Jr. black ass, and he's black.
Literally no power. Literally no power. Literally nothing. Literally, it was just him being finesse. He just turned his body at the. You know what he probably literally did? He probably felt the defender sitting on his left, so he spun to the right or opposite. Yeah. He felt him sitting just like in basketball. You feel him on your right, you spin the other way on the weak side. You know what that takes? Intelligence.
Yeah.
He was smart. He felt him, moved him to the side he's not leaning on, and got in the right position to score.
Yeah,
like
that takes a brain.
There. Then if he turned and just shoved the dude out the way and go, or just turned and just broke him off and scored, I'd be like, God damn.
Yeah, they call a foul on him and give him a red card.
Yeah, they would. Then they'd start doing the chants, but yeah.
Yeah, his own fans. But yeah, so hopefully, I mean, I hope they don't just be like, oh man, we gotta start saying they're intelligent and just start calling like any black player. Like,
yeah, no, because some of them be like, they're not that intelligent.
Yeah, oh, Divock Origi, oh man.
Jeez.
But I mean, I think that any player, like, I mean, Thomas Rondon famously said that Messi doesn't have high football IQ. You famously said that Neymar doesn't have high football IQ, but we still haven't confirmed whether Neymar is black or not. I don't think you asked Luana yet, but we do have a picture up of him with locks.
And that I could put in too. Not a big deal.
Yeah. But, I hope something changes in a natural way, and I hope those commentators, like, can be humble enough to see, like, you know what? I mean, I've heard it my whole, like, for a very long time. Oh, you know, you have natural muscles. You get buff like naturally. I'm like, okay, so you're a eugenicist, obviously. Like, like
as if like you're everybody in your family has just always been these massive, powerful beasts, and like it just passed you. You didn't have to work for it. You just grew up and you were born and had these muscles.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, actually, like I've been working out and running and lifting weights since I was like 13, 14, because I've been playing sports my whole life. But whatever. Yeah, no, I just roll out of the bed, eat a donut or two, eat some hot Cheetos.
And all of a sudden you got big ass arms.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, that's what they think. And like you said, beast. That's what they see.
Yeah, beast.
But anyway, hopefully that can change. But also something that may end up changing, the Premier League has announced a new program to increase the number of minority coaches. A new plan has been launched. The program will start from next season. It's gonna like help players move into full-time coaching positions. It says it will see up to 6 coaches per season undertake an intensive 23-month work placement at EFL clubs, like I think from like all of the levels. A statement from the Premier League said the first intake will work as a pilot plan, either in the club's academy or first team setup. The Premier League CEO Richard Masters.
Oh shit! Okay. Interesting terminology.
He said it is vital that there are no barriers to entry to the pipelines for employment and coaching. We need more. In the UK, they use the word, like the acronym BAME, like, I don't, what is it called? Black, Asian, and ethnic minority. He said we need more BAME coaches entering the system to create greater opportunities throughout the professional game. This new program has been developed through collaboration and consultation with our colleagues across football. I don't know why we didn't get a call. We have taken what we have learned from running the Premier League Elite Coach Apprenticeship Scheme and applied that experience to develop this framework. He said this is a critical time for Black, Asian, and minority ethnic coaches. I guess this is Doncaster's coach. Maybe he's Black, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so it looks like the Premier League is really trying to do something to change the fact that they have basically no Black – they have very few Black coaches in their professional setup. I don't know why the hell France ain't doing this. Y'all got the most black players in Europe.
If anything.
Yeah, y'all are pumping out black players like nobody's business. Damn, I've only seen one black coach in Liga in the past however long I've been watching.
Well, don't start watching AFCON either.
That dude, say what?
Don't start looking at AFCON games either.
AFCON is a damn 50-50 chance. You never know what you're going to get on that bench.
And it is funny when you do like, hey, I cheer so hard for that team.
Caesar,
I don't care who it is. I'm like, I'm with you now.
Caesar, you know how bad it is that you're shocked to like literally me too. When a African team got a black coach,
I'm like oh, let's go. Here we go.
Ghana had some Israeli coach, and they were saying that they're probably gonna have trouble with him going to the North African countries. I'm like, they would rather get Avram Grant or whatever his name was a chance than to just be like, look, dude, like, let's get somebody whose passport is not gonna mess him up.
Yeah,
going places.
That'd be nice. That'd be when they were doing a background, that dude would be like, well, this guy might be hard for us to get us to some of these matches here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man. Sorry, we love you, buddy. Like,
L'chaim. Whenever I watch some some of these teams in Africa, I'm like, why they got some Greek coach? What the hell does this dude know? Or why they got some why they got this coach from here or from there? I'm like, when I see a team like when I saw Senegal and they actually had a former player, I was like, there we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you.
It's so weird, man.
It's like you said, it's really bad that we get hyped. Like it should be just the standard norm. That the Africa should not only be a place where players are being brought into other teams to play, but also coaches are brought in after because if you can develop talent from there, youth talent, you can probably develop coaching talent as well too.
Why doesn't BN sponsor us to get our coaching licenses in Europe?
I mean, they won't even get us on. Why are they going to sponsor us for anything?
Well, look, you might not want to have black people on TV.
Especially after we did the episode about them not calling anybody out.
Oh, well, they should have said something then. It ain't our fault you don't care about black lives. Why doesn't BN, this owned by Qatar entity, sponsor Caesar and I to get our coaching licenses in Europe? Preferably in Portugal. That'd be nice.
I'd appreciate it.
We can get our coaching licenses, then we can get it cracking. Mm-hmm. Now, I think
I'll start coaching that team Jackson Martinez on, whatever.
I'm going to keep it real. Like, coaching is difficult, and especially I would imagine coaching professionals is not easy.
No.
But, I mean, it's not going to be easy. But it ain't that damn hard that you got to have no black people, dude. Like, it ain't like, what are we just genetically not able? Like, come on. Like, it's obvious that they're not giving black people chances. And I'm not going to forget what Gareth Southgate said. He said he broke through at Middlesbrough and he did not have the credentials and he did not have the experience. He got hooked up. He admitted that. He got hooked up. Also, why the hell? I mean, I don't know if this person wants this opportunity. I don't know if he's tried for it or not. But Claude Makelele been assistanting some pretty remarkable teams. He ain't asked to be a head coach nowhere.
I want to see where Claude Makelele is at right now.
You dig?
I mean, this dude has a resume.
He was out there getting Champions Leagues as an assistant coach.
I mean, what the hell, man?
He was at Monaco. He's at Real Madrid.
Let's see where Seedorf's at too.
I mean, I'm not. We're not responsible for him having that many E's in his name.
This that's a fair point. This dude
apparently he's at Chelsea.
Has coached AC Milan. From AC Milan, Bam, he went to. Are you ready for this? He went to AC Milan. Okay, mm-hmm. He coached for 22 matches he was appointed January 2014 and they let him go June 2014. He then went to Shenzhen FC in China where he did 13 matches he coached. Then he went to Deportivo Coruña
where he coached 16 matches.
Oh, I remember that.
Cameroon, huh?
I remember that.
Then he went to Cameroon and did 10 matches, and did the AFCON for them. I mean, if anything, that right there, that's what's called a resume. It's a resume. There's 2 teams here, probably 3 teams that are in the first division of all the leagues, and he's had a national team experience too. There is no where are you going to tell me he can't go? This is also what the dopest thing about this of all, Bam. What is the interesting thing about all these 4 places he coached at? 4 different parts, 4 different countries in the world.
Oh yeah, it's like pretty diverse.
He's in Italy, he's in China, he's in La Liga in Spain, and he's in Cameroon. I mean, like I don't understand what it needs. Michael Elliott right now is coaching.
He's assistant. He's like a Chelsea
He's an assistant coach at Chelsea. But this dude is over here. He's been out here working, dog. He's been out here working on this resume.
Maybe he's too short.
He was out there getting assistant league experience. He was a developer of international relations at some team in Belgium, and he was working assistant manager in Swansea in 2017. He's been trying.
No, he was coaching in Belgium too. Some team called Eupen I've never heard of.
This is the team right here. He managed for them for 70 matches.
Yeah. Didn't do too hot, but they suck.
All you do is bag an assistant job at Chelsea. He couldn't get a start at West Ham.
I mean, and the thing is, I don't know if he's been trying. I haven't heard him come out and say like,
he's been trying because this resume. I mean, if you were assistant in 2017 and then you get your manager job in 2017, where you play 70 matches, then you move to England. It looks like he's still after this to me. It looks like he's still after this goal. So,
well, Yaya Toure did say that African players are lazy and they just want to have girls and money. So I don't know.
Yaya Toure's like canceled forever. Him and Mount Rushmore are all canceled.
Facts. Anyway, Caesar, I want to talk about some transfers really quick.
Yeah.
Your boy, I mean, we're a little bit, I mean, this happened a few days ago, but your boy Timo Werner has gone to Chelsea. He did admit that Liverpool, Man U, and Inter were trying to get him, but he's 24. He will be signing with Chelsea. He's signed with Chelsea. I don't know. I guess he's going next season.
Him and my boy are going to Chelsea.
Who's that?
Ziyech.
Who?
The Hakeem Ziyech from Ajax.
Oh yeah, he's going to Chelsea too.
My dog right there.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, there's a part of me that feels like going from RB Leipzig to Chelsea. Like,
you're a strange dude. You're a strange guy. You're a really strange guy about Chelsea. I don't understand you and this whole Chelsea thing.
It just feels a little lateral to me, like a little bit.
I don't even understand how a team that's won no Champions League ever in their breathing existence over a team that's won Champions League, had one of the biggest stars of all time also on that team before, and also has won Premier League as well, is considered a lateral move.
Not all the way, but like a little.
Freaking energy drink Leipzig.
Okay,
No,
can I just get like it feels a little lateral?
No, it doesn't feel lateral.
Okay. I'm wrong.
This is my point. Is like, just because a team is like rebuilding doesn't mean it's a lateral move.
It's not lateral.
They have
just
much
a little
more
lateral.
money and much more, like so much more, and like esteem and all that. Like there's a reputation still. They have more accolades.
A little lateral, a little.
2%.
Okay. Because I mean, didn't you kind of expect Timo Werner to go to a bigger club?
No.
Okay, whatever.
In my opinion, I really didn't. But
I think Timo Werner's a baller.
I thought if he went to Liverpool, that'd be really whack.
I mean, right now, yeah, but like,
where are you gonna play?
I mean, I just hope that he doesn't. Because, well, I guess they got Frank Lampard there now, but I just hope that Timo Werner plays in his right position, which is on that left.
They're gonna put him in the middle.
Huh?
They're gonna put him in the middle.
Well, if they do that, that's a big mistake. But if they put Timo Werner over there, Timo Werner is nasty.
He can get off.
Like, Timo Werner's nasty.
Play, dog.
And
that
like,
play.
I don't know what's gonna happen with your boy.
He should have went to Barcelona.
He could have. Timo Werner is nasty.
I don't know if they wanted him, but if he went there, that'd have been dope because he would have been on the left side having a great time. Woo-wee!
For 3 games, and then Messi would have been like, none of that, buddy.
Messi would have been like, that's enough.
Yeah.
Give him the Griezmann treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, damn, dude. I mean, it'll be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with Pulisic and Mason Mount. I feel like if Timo Werner is gonna be on that left side, yo, it might be tough for your boy Pulisic out here. Timo Werner is nasty with it. Caesar's distracted. Also, your boy, one of your favorite players ever, Ashraf Hakimi, has sent his farewell message to BVB, and he will be playing for Inter.
Have a nice life.
His 2-year loan spell is over. Real Madrid rightfully did not want him back, and he's went to Inter for 40 mil. Man, I saw somebody today. Like there was a post about it on Facebook. It was that one podcast, BR Ranks, the Bleacher Report podcast they do, Football Ranks or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I guess there was like a little clip, and somebody's talking about like why Real Madrid let Ashraf Hakimi go.
That's not the only one. Even the guys at managing Madrid were losing their mind over it. So I'm baffled by it.
I'm just like, you guys have really short-term memories, or maybe you just don't really watch the games like that because. And I commented on Facebook on that post. I was like, when Hakimi was at Real Madrid, he was the worst player on the team,
hands down.
Like, and I'm not even clowning him. No. Like, it's a good team. You're the worst one there.
Yeah. We're literally like, well, you're at BVB, good. Show your stuff.
And
on Inter, good.
And to be okay, Conte is the coach of Inter, right? Yeah. Good luck. It's not going to happen for you there. It is not going to happen. Conte likes good football.
He does,
and he can't. Hakimi can't play like that.
He's. I don't know. Like that move was. Real did a good job. It's funny. This is the second. Hakimi is like the second player Real Madrid brought to bring like as a replacement for the future of Carvajal. And Carvajal's like, nah, bro, I'm still good. Odriozola came in like, nah, bro, I'm still good here. You can loan him out. Hakimi started playing, loan him out. I'm still good here, bro. Like he's just still in there putting in work. Danilo ex machina, not even ex machina. Danilo, the Egyptian lover. Egyptian lover came in. Danilo. Egyptian lover. So level. Yeah, so
Caesar, hold on.
Definitely one of the funnier moments ever.
Caesar, can you put Danilo with like the Egyptian like the crown shit?
I will definitely do that Photoshop. That's been needed for years. I'm gonna literally he literally looks like whenever they do like those Bible movies of like Moses back in the day, he always looks like Moses' brother every time. Like he just always looks like that dude. Like that, like, Danilo should always go for those gigs and casting reports. Like casting call for what is it, Raw or something like Prince Raw, whatever. Yeah, Danilo is like the epitome of Prince Raw. He literally looks like that dude. Like that's him.
Like this episode has nothing to do with Danilo.
And it's gonna have that picture.
And I want to call it Danilo, the Egyptian lover.
Either I'm gonna get the. What's the cover art for that album?
It'll be great if you can put him with the whole like thing like this, like the whole mummy.
I might put him on this picture of him, Egyptian lover dude, right now.
Lover.
Damn, this is like a dope ass picture. Damn, this is so raw right here. I don't know. This might be the one. Oh my god. This is gonna be a great cover.
I'm so excited.
I definitely have the artwork for his mix. It's like this. I'm gonna put Danilo in the picture.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Also, your boy. I mean, this was kind of in the making for a while, but I guess it's more official now. Leroy Sané going to Bayern Munich for 41 million pounds, man.
Leroy Sané, dog, that was so overdue. I'm like, what are we even waiting for here? Like, I kind of like was waiting that for happen, but the 40 million, which is a bargain of a century. Jesus Christ,
24.
Jesus Christ, the level of bargain that one was because it's only because of his form being so bad the last year.
Well, no, he's been injured. He tore his ACL, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they're just like doing that, which is a shame because. Once again, Bayern just to get whoever the hell they want in life, and like they just get to get whoever they want. That's why Bundesliga has continued to be just kind of whack to me. It's like you're gonna keep letting this top team just eat everybody up. Like meanwhile, BVB selling off Hakimi's and Bayern is purchasing
Sane, who's going to be opposite of Serge Gnabry on the field. So that's already probably like arguably one of the more dangerous wing threats in the world right now. Is those two out there, and they just got to be able to send that up, and he got the bag there for $40 million. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
I remember when Serge went to Bayern, I was like, that's so weak. Like you're going to Bayern, like you came from I think it's like Mönchengladbach, no, some team. I forgot what team he came from. I'm like, damn, you go to Bayern, like that's just of course you go to Bayern.
Gnabry?
Yeah.
Oh.
When he went to Bayern, I was like, of course you went to Bayern, man. Like we're like that's where you guys go. Everybody goes to Bayern. And then the pinnacle of me whack was when Hummels went to Bayern. I'm like, I just give up. Like you go from BVB to Bayern, what's even the point? It's not even a rivalry. Y'all be doing business deals together.
And then back to BVB.
Ultimate sellout.
And the last also transfer news. This is how whack. This is another thing I saw this, and I'm like, wow, Barcelona is so whack and dumb. They let Getafe get Cucurella for $10 million. He's not on loan. Getafe
You let him buy him out?
Yes, for $10 million. Cucurella.
Talking about Cuckoo?
Yes.
Cuckoo, the curly
Cucurella.
One of the most slept on filthy players in La Liga.
I mean,
they're insane. You know what's funny? They're tripping. They made a lot of really weird moves, like and I know it hasn't foretold Sevilla, like the Kubo thing. Like they'd be letting some young talent just go for some reason, and they'd be signing a Griezmann. That's weird to me because Cuckoo was like one of those guys. When he comes on the field, you're over it. You're so over it. It's just too much sauce already. He's gonna go ball out for a year. They're going to be able to flip that to $35 million. He's going to go somewhere good. It's going to be filthy. Like he's going to go to like a Sevilla or Valencia, whatever, and he's just going to start getting off, and it's not going to be fair. Like, and that hair is going to be flowing.
Cucurella's so good. Like
he's one of them dudes that practice just like, dog, you got elite ass talent. Like straight up, you got talent, dog.
Like literally, I know that they never brought him in Barcelona for real because he's better than Messi.
He's insane. He's insane.
And he's 21.
He's a baby, dog. He came out of their youth team too. He developed with them. They were like, yeah, Messi's like, you know how I feel about these really good lefties.
Is he? I feel like he's not lefty though.
I think he's lefty.
I don't think so. But yeah, he like stats wise, like there's nothing really there. But like
no, Doug. But just you don't when you're already a two-way player that can play left back and winger, it's one thing. But when he does it and on both ends, you just feel that pace and speed and dribble. You're like, no, this guy's good as fuck. Like once he starts like knowing how to score, it's over. Like
yeah. No, he's insane. I'm like, wow, I cannot believe that they let them go for $10 million, dude.
I'll never forget when me and you kind of like we brought him up to each other. I think it was on the show. We're like, remember that dude? You know, the long-haired dude that it's on the top three. Kugali played on Barcelona. And you were like, yeah. I'm like, you were like both agreeing how good he was.
I think we watched the same match because he wasn't on Getafe before. I think he was on Eibar.
Yeah, I think it was Eibar. Yeah, some other team.
And I think we watched. It might have been like Real Madrid versus Eibar, something like that. Yeah. I think we watched.
This guy is getting off.
I'm like, who is that guy?
I do remember. Like Real was doing really good, but it was like just annoying that there was this one guy that was like
this dude's crazy.
One side of the field is making everything happen. Like he's literally keeping this team afloat. He's insane. So good. We found out he was alone for Barcelona. Like God help us all if he ever goes back to Barcelona and starts starting. Oh. Like God help us all.
I remember they were like
bought out.
I remember they were like, oh, he's on loan from Barcelona. I'm like, oh my God, they're about to be so good when he comes back.
Yeah, he's but filthy. Nope, they got to go home.
Insane. Okay, before we wrap it up, before we talk about NBA, I just want to talk about this. We talked briefly about Cavani not going back to PSG. His contract actually ended officially yesterday. And we were agreeing that it was a good idea not to go back. Like your contract's up, like signing some kind of 2-month contract is just like not really a good idea when you still have a lot of value as a player. Mm-hmm. And I want to get into that a little bit more because I went on PSG Talk to see which credit to PSG Talk. Like there's a dope website. They're doing a cool thing. They're like real PSG fans. Sometimes I end up disagreeing with them because they are PSG fans, and I'm not like I like PSG, I like Real Madrid, I love Cavani. Like if there's anything I'm a fan of for real, it's Cavani. But like I don't really approach the sport from a fan's mindset. Um, and so this guy was critical of Cavani not coming back. He said the title of the article is Cavani's decision to leave PSG hurts his legacy. Um, he's talking a little bit about the situation. Okay, so he says, let me see who wrote this actually. Some guy named Ed. All right. He says Cavani's contract at PSG expires June 30th, which is yesterday. Today is July 1st. And Leonardo, PSG's sporting director, made it clear recently that he did not intend to offer the 33-year-old striker an extension. It was assumed that even though Cavani would not be a PSG player past this season, that he would sign a temporary extension to at least complete in the Champions League. To at least compete in the Champions League when it resumes in August. That assumption was wrong. According to Marca, and this was obviously written before, and this is a fact now, that Cavani has decided not to extend his contract and will not be a PSG player past June 30th. The report gives no clear indicator as to why, other than he wants to focus on his next project, which isn't known yet. Now, this person, Ed, his opinion, for me, Ed speaking, this leaves a very sour taste in my mouth. As a professional footballer, you play the game to win major trophies, and Cavani has an opportunity to win the Champions League with the club he's most known for being a part of, and he just walks away. It's not right. Sure, Cavani probably feels disrespected because Icardi was given a 4-year contract, but that's because he's younger and, to be honest, a better striker. Really? However, just because Cavani isn't as prolific as Icardi doesn't mean he doesn't have a place in the team.
LOL prolific.
Cavani has been at PSG for 7 years, and he couldn't give them 2 more months. That's really sad. Unlike Thomas Meunier, who will also be leaving June 30th and not extending his stay, Cavani doesn't have a deal in place with another club. Meunier is off to BVB, and according to some journalists, PSG refused to pay the Germans 2-month loans for the services of Meunier. He goes on to say Cavani doesn't really have an excuse for not suiting up for PSG past June 30th, other than he simply doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He also goes on to say PSG paid him very well over the years. He's currently the 4th highest earner on the team, and it's kind of sad he couldn't put off a new contract with another team for a couple of months.
Okay. Yeah, it's sad that you couldn't put more sacrifices than you've already done.
Yeah. He said Cavani may be PSG's all-time leading scorer for many years to come, and I'll certainly remember his contributions to the club. However, in the back of my mind, I'll also remember that he chose to give up on the club during a Champions League run to focus on joining another team. Wow, Ed, you are just so off base here, and you obviously
That's insane, Ed. It sounded like to me, Ed, you forgot all about the contributions you made to the club. That's what it sounded like to me. I think you literally did the opposite of everything you just said at the end. Like, you literally forgot about all the contributions, and you thought to yourself, I want what's good for now in my fandom.
Yeah, and it's funny because I just feel like this guy doesn't really know a lot about professional sports, and he's having a short memory. If I remember correctly, Cavani was back from injury, and we watched Icardi walk around and get lucky goals when Cavani was healthy, and they were and Tuchel was not giving him a spot in the starting 11.
Coming in for 15 minutes.
And Cavani was like, okay, like if that's the direction that you're gonna go with Icardi, then I feel like I should turn on the light, huh? Is it kind of dark? Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the light.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on.
We're brought to you by okay, go ahead, sorry.
Cavani was wanting to leave in last January, like in the winter transfer. He was like, okay, go ahead with Icardi. Like, I'm not here to be riding the bench. Like, I'm too good to be riding the bench. And everybody knows I don't care. Like, if you watch this sport, you know that Cavani is better than Icardi at everything. I know, and I said it before, I know that the reason why it was easier for PSG to go with Icardi is because two main reasons. You got Neymar and Mbappe. They
Yeah.
both want the ball. They both need the ball. Icardi never wants the ball. Icardi does not want to take penalties. Icardi has no seniority.
Yeah.
So it's like you have a guy, he doesn't want to take penalties. He's not going to be like, oh, let me take the penalty. He never wants to take a free kick, and he never even wants to be on the ball. So it's easier for Tuchel saying, I got Neymar and Mbappe. Like, Mbappe is going to, like, give it to Neymar. Like, Neymar has more seniority than Mbappe. With Cavani there, like Cavani, it's a little bit more tension with the egos. Like, Cavani has seniority. He's the star. The fans love him way more. Like, the fans love him more than they love Mbappe or Neymar.
Really?
Absolutely. Like, they sing Cavani's name. They don't even ever sing Mbappe or Neymar's name. They always put the tifo of Cavani. Like, the fans have more love for Cavani. Like, he's a legend. He's the all-time scorer and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
It was easier for Tuchel and the management there to be like, okay, like, we'll just ride with Icardi, because then it makes sense for the future to want to have Neymar and Mbappe. The problem also that I have with this Ed dude is like, damn, dog, did you forget that Neymar was like really, really trying to leave last summer? Like, that's more disrespectful to me than, like, my contract's up and it don't make no damn sense to sign a 2-month contract. Like, that's disrespectful, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even be like, we're going to give you a year contract, even if we're going to still let you leave. Like, no, we're going to give you a 2-month extension. No. Like, but his contract is up. Like, they were letting him go for free regardless.
Yeah.
Neymar all last summer, like, Neymar admitted that he wants to leave back to Barcelona. And for the PSG fans, they hate Barcelona the most.
Yeah, bro.
Is Barcelona. What, like, are you that much of a fan that it's just like, yeah, but we have Neymar. Like, I'm just so happy we have Neymar. Like,
my thing is, like, for the life of me, I don't understand the notion of telling him, saying that you somebody who has done so. I mean, there's been three periods or 2 periods of PSG. There was in recent, like, popular time, which has been the Zlatan era and the Cavani, Neymar, Mbappe era. During the Zlatan era, he was extremely selfless and moved his entire role to some winger offset cam thingy he was doing just to appease to the non outside of domestic title winning Zlatan. You know, like, just to appease to a man who only wins a local thing but never wins anything that's multiple teams involved outside the country or state. So
he won Europa.
For somebody who's known as an internet legend and has, you know, is all that, like an enigma, basically. Like, you did that for him. Did all that, and I used to watch those games, and it kind of made me uncomfortable. I'd be like, man, it just sucks. Like, this is a weird-ass lineup. This is weird. Like, here he is, and he's getting treated like shit sometimes. Treated like shit because nothing's worse than when you're somebody with extreme talent who, at that point, he was literally in his prime. Like, he couldn't have been more in the prime of his career. His numbers showed it, and people decided to highlight him missing 4 shots in a game. People decided to highlight but people didn't want to highlight when Zlatan was making it so no one would pass him the ball, literally. So no one wants to talk about going through all that. Going through all that, it's over. They blow the team up. They bring in Neymar and Mbappe, right? We start over. Here he is again, a new era. And as things are starting off beautiful in the beginning, as time goes by and the honeymoon phase is over, these 3 players start to try to figure out the roles. Who's who on this role here, right? What is Neymar going to be doing? What is Mbappe? Who's going to be the primary guy? There's the penalty kick situation. There's a free kick going on. All kind of stuff going on. Cavani stuck through all that. He stuck through all that. He's been there the whole time. During that time, You know who was trying to get out? Wasn't Mbappe. Wasn't Neymar. I mean, it wasn't Cavani. It was Neymar. Neymar's trying to leave. Neymar, when every single – it's funny, he brings up, oh, when I got the Champions League run. You should be directing energy towards Neymar. Ask Neymar, are you going to be there in August? Because last couple times, you ain't been there, Chief.
Yeah, and last year you were trying to leave.
The year before that, you got injured. The year before that, you got injured. Brazil, you got injured. We want to know if you're going to be there for an elimination game. That's what we want to know. We know you're going to be there for a season because we got to go play Sunday. We come back Tuesday. I know you'll be there if we have to come back Tuesday. But are you going to be there if Tuesday's a question mark?
Yeah,
we don't know that. That's a person you want to ever – the double disrespect to ever test disrespect Cavani's dedication to the team. It's a shame. Yeah. You can attack somebody for statistical problems, for numbers issues. But when you have the nerve to come at him for his loyalty to the club by making a decision to extend for 2 months for less pay, for just some offset of you getting some run going in the coronavirus Champions League season you're having, not even it's sad. It's shameful. I feel bad for Cavani. This got posted on a site that's PSG fandom. Like, it's about PSG fans. Like, that's a shame. Like, that's what you see in like an ESPN FC article when they think they know they're talking about Ligue 1. They think they know what they're doing. But when it's inside PSG talk, like, these are the dudes that watch this day in, day out. Like, you're gonna say that, you must have really forgot like who this man was, what this man has done. And you can say his contributions and being a leading goal scorer. You can say that, but you don't just get to say that and just keep your sentence. That's something you need to pause and respect. He's someone that deserves, but he's not only shown in the goal statistical category his loyalty to the team and what he's done and put in work when he went and thugged out Willian on the wing. He's done that, right? But he's also shown doing his constant decisions to stay with the club through all this. Even now, Meunier's gone. We don't know where Cavani's going. We don't know if he's going to leave. I see all the rumors about Cavani. I've said multiple times places I want him to go. Nothing, though. Nothing confirmed. That man couldn't be handling more professional than anybody. That's as professional as it gets, to be honest with you. He's not over here with Neymar's dad over here stirring up this BS around, talking to his team. You're not like Neymar talking about Manchester United lunch meetings over there, hanging out on private jets. You know, like a Neymar going on dropping WhatsApp videos and all that, talking to shorties. That's not what's going on. Cavani's kept it professional from day one to day end. And it's just really whack that you want to attack the guy who's just, I think, really just been some of the main fans, like you've shown, have respected so much. I think that's weak. I think it's a weak approach. Like, that's not what he deserves in the tail end of his PSG career. He doesn't deserve that. And and on the club side, he doesn't deserve the 2 month either. He deserves more than that. So it's whack all around. Everyone around has been doing that whack. And then we're gonna.
No, there's some rumors that he might go to Roma. I don't know, but yeah, and like, he stayed there for 7 years. He stayed there like in his prime. He signed contract extensions. Like, he could have easily been like, man, like, let me just go to a more like prolific team. Like, let me go to like a actual like storied league and a big team. Like, you like a center forward.
Go somewhere where he's going to be used a little more. Like,
a center forward in the world football today is rare. There ain't that many center forwards. Olivier Giroud still starts. Diego Costa still starts. Like, a lot of big teams would have been like, yeah, okay, like Cavani's, yeah, we'll take him, like, for sure. You know, like, no matter what these guys say about, like, people talk about his stats or missing shots, whatever. Obviously, we've seen that's silly. We've seen all kinds of crazy missed shots by many forwards and players. But yeah, it's just like, damn, dog. Like, like, aside from even having the goal scoring record, like, you haven't seen a more dedicated to the team PSG player. Like, the only person you could compare it to is Thiago Silva, but I feel like it's different because we're talking about somebody who, like, this is somebody when he was like 27. You can go anywhere, dude. You're a center forward. You're fast. You're strong. You play in the World Cup every time.
A good team too. Yeah, came off a baller year.
Yeah, you play in the World Cup every time. You play in Copa America every time. like I mean, he's from a small country, so he's not super marketable, but like, and he doesn't have a whole lot of like personality outside the sport, but like he could have gone anywhere, man. Like, come on, he stayed with PSG. Like I mean, and what the worst part actually is like PSG paid him well. Like, dog, like, are you kidding me? Like, you over here talking about PSG paid him well. PSG is owned by Qatar, homie. Like, this isn't like somebody's pocket. They got slaves, man. Like, dog, you're talking like this is like this is Qatar's money. Like, this is not like when Ronaldo, like Brazilian Ronaldo,
It's not like French taxpayers are the reason he's making it so good.
and it's not like when Brazilian Ronaldo buys Valladolid. I don't know if he's like the outright owner or not, but like that's like when you're like, okay, man, we got to make this work, you know, like, or when the dude buy Valencia or whatever, like, it's okay, we got to make sure this work out. Like, PSG, no, dude, it don't work like that. Like, they got state money behind them. So like, and Cavani, aside from that, then this point is actually more important. Cavani earned every dime.
Yeah.
Like, he earned every dime. Like, every single time a player goes on the pitch to train or to play, you're risking your life, dude. Like, you're risking, and you got people depending on you, man. Like, so PSG paid him well. Like, really, you're siding with corporate?
Yeah.
You're siding with corporate, with the owners? Like, I thought you were a fan of the team. Like, you're siding with we paid him so much, he should give us these 2 months. Like, dude, you don't work at PSG. Ain't nothing coming out of your pocket, and
they're not short on change to pay for anybody else either. They're not like, oh, we need to supplement this money for something else. No, you don't.
Yeah, PSG got unlimited bread, homie.
They do.
Like, they bought Neymar after the embargo.
I mean, if you even look at the lineup, they got like Neymar, Di Maria, Mbappe, Icardi, who's valued pretty high. Like, all these dudes, like, with that's some checks out there running around.
And also, it's like, damn, okay, so what if Cavani came back and they just start Icardi for the rest of the thing? So he's just sit on the bench for 2 months when he could be like getting ready with another team?
Like, why would he have to come back and this point in his career? He's not 23. Why does he come back in his career and sit on a bench and hope to start? Like, that's so
he has
stupid.
no promises.
Let him go. Let him go play around where they like at least can get him to play. Like, he can go run around.
And also, it's funny because I'm like, damn, dog. Like, Cavani, like when they started to actually put him in the game, he got his position back. Like, he started against BVB. Icardi was sitting on the bench for them last few games.
He was, actually. I was like, where's Icardi?
Yeah. So it's obvious. I mean, to say that Icardi's better than Cavani, like, I remember back like during the season when the season was still going on, listening to the Ligue 1 podcast, and I just remember like they were quoting some like French sports pundit, and like this dude was just like going off about like, if you think that Icardi's better than Cavani, like he's just like going off about like how much better than Cavani is than Icardi. Like, it was like some like older guy, and they were saying like he's like kind of funny too, but like, you're like the only person that thinks Icardi is better than Cavani. Like, maybe for the future as an investment, so to speak, like, yeah, let's have Icardi here.
Argentina, whatever, he's younger. Maybe one day he'll get more time at Argentina.
Yeah, doubtful. But, like,
yeah.
Because, I mean, Kun Aguero, and he's 38, is still going to be better than Icardi. But,
yeah, I mean, that's only facts.
Yeah. And right now, I'm going to start Higuain over Icardi, like, no problem.
I mean, I'm starting Dybala at center striker over Icardi right now. I'm sorry.
Literally.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, so, like, it's not like we're talking about somebody that's like, oh, man. Like, it's not we're talking about Lewandowski and Cavani. Like,
no.
No, we're talking about Icardi, who, like, when you watch him play, he does nothing. And, yeah, sometimes he scores a goal or two.
Yeah.
And that's great. But, like, when you're talking about trying to win the tough matches, like, that's not the guy you want.
No, absolutely not. No.
But when you gotta appease, Neymar and Mbappe, yeah, that makes sense to have him in there because, yeah, he doesn't even want the ball. And I'm not mad at PSG for that. But you're not going to be having somebody who, like, sacrificed so much of their career to play for, like, a lower tier team. Hey, man, you should be coming here for 2 months to sacrifice it all for us. Like, no,
Like,
dude.
man, I mean, there's no other team I really care for in like on then watching PSG and like seeing PSG. Those times, I mean, of course not against Real Madrid. I don't want PSG to do good. I wanted them to get slaughtered. But the thing is like when other matches, I'm going for PSG. I want PSG to do good. As much as I've had up and down in the 3 years of this podcast is a perfect. One day I'm going to make a clip of all my reactions to Neymar from the 17 to the 18. This is going to be great to watch my hypocrite ass every season about Neymar. It's going to be great to watch. But I want to see him play. The more of me wants to see Neymar thrive. More of me wants to see Mbappe, especially Mbappe. I feel almost like an affinity towards Mbappe just from watching him rocking that 49 jersey in Monaco, wearing that XL, having none of this natural speed back then, and just doing 1,000 step-overs by himself in the corner. I remember that. You remember that. We watched that together because that was the beginning of our Liga like hardcoreness was back then.
Mhm.
So we've seen this. So if anything, in my carrying this as like a neutral, but almost like still having cared about PSG, I could never want to ask that from Mbappe. I mean, from Cavani. I could never ask that from him. Why would I want that for him? Why? Like even the same thing if it was happening to Sergio Ramos. If like Sergio Ramos was barely trying to start over Nacho and Varane in this alternate universe. This is happening, but he's done so much of this club for so long. So many headers against Atletico Madrid has got to win a Champions League. So much stuff. If he wants to go, I'm not going to make him sign some 60-day deal to stay just in case he might start if Nacho busts his knee. I'm not going to ask that of him. He's done so much for this club. And anybody that says they paid you more, first of all, like you said, how dare you? You did it. That money doesn't come out of your pocket. That's not what's going on here. I don't know why you're pocket watching when it's not affecting your own life. Second, anybody that knows business and sports, however much money Cavani is getting paid is a fraction of what PSG has made off of him, a baby-ass fraction. In Uruguay, they probably never heard of PSG ever in history. And that's the only reason you see a PSG jersey in Uruguay is because of that man right there. And regardless, that's more. That's international already. That's already something. They might have some kind of channel set up over there just because of him. The only reason they were having Real Madrid matches in Brazil in 2005 was because of Ronaldo being out there. That's the only reason they're showing that. They're like, we got to see this on that blurry-ass connection. That's something. That's more. That's value because investment towards the future. You never know. There might be 5 good Uruguayan players that go, I want to go to PSG because I used to watch Cavani there. That's so much for the future. So there's so much of a curve, and the numbers are so skewed towards the club when it comes to how much he's been paid. So that's ridiculous. Like, that's a ridiculous statement. And like I said earlier, he deserves better than that. And I hope that he goes and gets to a club, maybe one of these Champions League teams that's looking for somebody in that middle. And he gets to do his thing. I can't even remember right now. It's been so long. Who the hell's left anymore?
Yeah,
Lord help me. Like
they're saying Barcelona might get him. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, I mean, go ahead, dog. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad at him. I'm actually gonna like watch Barcelona. Like, hey, like there you go. That'd be cool to see him run around. I want to see how much he hates everybody.
Also, there's
watch it come out and just be dusting Suarez everywhere.
Yeah.
And Suarez always supposed to be like younger and faster. Watch him start dusting Suarez.
Also, another thing too that this guy didn't actually mention is that when a team lets your contract get to the end, that means they don't want you anymore.
Yeah,
like
they would have renegotiated him a long time ago.
Yeah, his contract is running out in this season.
They don't want him anymore to the point where they don't want value off of somebody buying him. Think about that.
Yeah, they were gonna let him go for free.
I mean, it's like, you know this. You just saw what happened to Rabiot. You're not stupid. We all saw it. It literally happened in PSG to a PSG player. Yeah. Rabiot purposely pushed that contract off so he can get a free.
Yeah. So that means that the team doesn't want you, and that's not bad. That's just it's run out.
Live your life, but still.
Yeah. So it's like, dog, like they let the contract run out.
PSG's staff has made it evident that they are okay with moving on a different direction.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're probably, and honestly, maybe in their mind, because they're a business who we have sketchy money coming in. So a business with some sketchy ass, with some I'm not gonna say it in mind. I'm not gonna say that. But
some money. That money's tied to some stuff that's not very good. They are telling this man out of what they probably feel like is the most respectful thing they can do and go, look, man, we really want to move in a different direction, but just because you've done so much for us, if you do want to stay, here's 2 more months to stay with Champions League run with us if you want a hoorah. That's probably what they thought. Like, here's the last hoorah, 2 months. That's it. Like, that's all we're going to offer. We're not going to give you 3-4 years. This is it. Other than that, then we're fine with you going for free. That's probably what they thought. Like, literally. And this dude is saying that he's supposed to take that. This sounds to me like a deal they just lofted up there just for like decency aspect. Like, no, like, just say we diss them.
And honestly, who knows if they even offered him that contract?
Yeah, who knows? It might be rumor. It might be real.
Yeah, they might have just been like, no, it's okay. We got Icardi. Like, we'll be okay. We got Icardi.
Cavani's management could be negotiating a 2-month deal. It could be them. They could literally be like, we want 2 months just to like put that out there so it can put pressure on PSG to give them that. You don't what they want to do. You don't know. We really don't know. There's no official documents ever on this stuff.
No, and honestly, yeah, it could have just been like,
we don't know. We don't know how it's going down.
We got Icardi and Choupo-Moting, like, we'll be okay. And Mbappe, like, we'll be fine.
I forgot Choupo's still there. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean, obviously, like, I love Cavani, but even if it wasn't Cavani, like, if it was Messi in this situation, I'd be like, no, dude, like, whatever.
No, it's Messi, anybody, Ronaldo, even Ronaldo back then, like, nah, dude, like, do what you got to do, man.
Yeah,
he's done so much already. Like, nah, go get yours.
Yeah, I don't know how long we've been recording. I feel like it's been forever, but
I think we literally hit 2 hours.
Just hit 2 hours?
Yeah, because I set a timer up an hour ago, an hour into the show.
So let's skip the NBA talk.
Yeah, let's skip the NBA talk.
Okay.
Damn near 8 p.m.
Anyway, episode 159, We Made It podcast. Man, I mean, literally, like, how do we do this every week? Just come
It's
with
literally the best show ever. I really don't care about telling me.
Yeah, please show me the show better. Yeah, episode 159, We Made a podcast. Holler.